Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle, and this is your 13-day guide to me helping you get your shit together. And this was inspired by a journal line that I created on Amazon. The very first journal I made, getting my shit together. So in the first video, I will link that in the description below. We talked about the very first of the 13 tips. I'm going to let you go watch that to figure out what that is. But now we're on to number 2. What is the second thing that I learned to do to help me get through dark times in my life? And if you didn't watch my previous video, I briefly touched on the loss of my 2-month-old daughter from a muscle disorder and how I got myself out of it. I didn't go into too much depth, but I shared pictures of my daughter, and that's basically how I learned these 13 tips. So the second tip is movement, hence my shirt. But first, gym. So we have to move our bodies. If you did not know this, our physical form, our avatar, our earth suit, our vehicle, it is made of energy. And when we experience grief, when we experience trauma, when we experience pain, that gets held in our body somewhere. So when we become stagnant and when we don't physically run, sprint, jump, play, laugh, get massages, walk, whatever movement I didn't mention, just imagine that. When you're not doing that, the energy gets stagnant. So think about a little area of water, right? A little bit, it just becomes mucky. It's still water. There's no movement, and it becomes smelly and it becomes gross. And that's what's happening in our physical body. So when we are already in our depression, when we're already in our anxiety, now we have this added ickiness because we have not moved. So you must move your avatar. Go for walks in nature. Get down and do 50 push-ups every night before bed. Do something. Hop on a treadmill, hop on a bike, go for a bike ride along the beach, wherever you live. Find a way to move your body. You have to move that energy out. It's stuck. And what happens when that energy doesn't get moved out is the illness in our bodies can be created over a long period of time. So if you don't move and then you end up getting sick in the future, or you have some sort of issue in some area, that's related to your chakras too. I practice Reiki out of my home. I'm a Reiki practitioner, and I teach my clients about how, if you have joint pain in your legs, if you have thyroid issues, that's connected to your energy system and a certain trauma that has happened to you that you're holding on in that certain area of your body, and your body is speaking to you by having some sort of ailment show up so that you can pay attention to it and so that you can heal that trauma or that whatever situation has caused you to feel like you're depressed and you're filled with anxiety, or your mental health is just not as sharp as it used to be. So movement is key. I wrote down a couple things that I wanted to remind myself to say. So I have clarity. When you move, imagine your brain is full of yarn, right? Yarn in all different colors. You have red, green, purple, yellow, orange. And it's scattered everywhere. It's all mixed. That's what your brain is like before you move your body. Now, say you go for a 40-minute walk outside. Say you have a couple dogs, you go for a long walk. On your walk, guess what's happening? Your body is moving energy, and all of a sudden the energy in your brain starts raveling up all of the yarn. All the red goes over here, all the orange goes over here, all the purple goes in the back, and you're gathering the yarn into cute little balls, right? You have balls of yarn in your head. All of your thoughts are organized. They're compartmentalized. You feel clear. Movement creates that clarity. It cleans up the mess in your mind. So if you are in a dark place and you're needing to get your shit together, which is what these videos are all about, whatever you're going through, whether it's like me, the loss of my daughter, if it's you, the loss of a parent, the loss of a job, maybe an uproot and you had to leave where you're living, whatever it is, it can be managed. Okay, these 13 tips are going to save your life. It's literally a manual on how to live in your body through tough times. And number 2 is movement. You've got to move the energy to create the clarity, because now you've moved, the yarn is now all placed in their little compartments. You come back home, You are thinking clearly. You are now prone to have more optimistic thoughts. Whereas if you didn't go on that walk, you'd be in your kitchen still thinking the same disheveled thoughts that you were before. So, 30 to 40 minutes or however long you want to move for, whether it's 10 minutes, that can literally change your life. Because in that moment, you organize your thoughts, you come home, and all of a sudden you have a thought, an idea to call somebody. And now you're going out, and now you're going to Target with a friend, and you're talking, and then they inspire you to, to maybe go do something else and to create something. Start to find the creator within you because your thoughts are now organized and they're not jumbled, and your heart can now speak to you. And when you're not all jumbled, you can hear the whisper from your heart. You can hear your intuition. So movement allows you to follow your heart. And don't we all want that in our life? Don't we all want to be on the right path, knowing that we're going in the right direction, leading us to what's best for us? Yes. And it starts with getting your butt up and moving every single day. And if you can, move outside, because we all know being outdoors is where our human bodies were meant to be. We're not meant to be surrounded by four walls. So movement is key. I also have the chemicals. Obviously, they're going to release certain hormones, serotonin. You're going to feel better. I also put find movement that doesn't discourage you. Don't make it a chore. Make it a fun part of your day, like you can't wait to go do it. I also have find partners to move with. If you're really struggling and you really don't like movement, find somebody to go talk with on your walk. Find a way to get somebody to help you get out of the house. It is so important, because if you stay in those thought patterns, it can become really dark, and it's a fine line, right? You could stay thinking about the same thing and let it spiral for hours, or in the first 5 minutes that you catch yourself thinking those negative thoughts, you can say, I'm putting on my shoes, AirPods in, I don't care, I'm just getting out of the house. And you just take action and you don't think, just go. And then 5 minutes into your walk, you're like, oh, holy cow, I'm so glad I left the house. I was on a negative spin. I'm telling you, it's a really fine line. Always choose to go, always choose to get out, and always ask people for help if you're needing it. Get partners to help you. And then lastly, to finish off this video, I have, if you fall back into the old negative thought patterns, so say you start moving for 3 weeks, for a month, you're feeling good, and then all of a sudden you feel the grief from whatever resurfacing, sit with it, cry it out, say, all right, I'm going to allow this pain to be here. I'm not going to run from it. Now, when was the last time I moved? Always ask yourself this. If you're having a dark day, sit there and be like, wait, when was the last time I moved my body? Holy crap, I haven't moved my body in 3 days. This is why my thought patterns are so negative. And it becomes this beautiful cycle. So now you catch it sooner and you're like, oh, I feel like I'm managing my life really well. I'm not letting myself go into that negative spin. So I hope you enjoyed day 2 on my 13 days. Movement is key. Movement is medicine. Movement is everything. And movement, to end this video, it saved my life. If I did not move my body through the loss of my daughter, I would not be here right now, guaranteed. It put me in a positive mindset every single day. And I couldn't handle the emotional pain. I was willing to feel any kind of physical pain. I had my trainer putting me through the worst lunges, workouts, squats, deadlifts, and it was painful for my legs and my butt and my body. But I was like, I don't care. This feels better than the emotional pain of losing your child. So I was willing to deal with the physical pain of moving. And now I don't kill myself in the gym, but it's worth it, and it saved my life. So that is why it's number 2. It's very high up on my list because this is so important. And my daughter's name was Micah, so I call it Moving for Micah. So I challenge you all, as you leave this video, close your phone, close your computer, and maybe go move for Micah. Move for us, because we are here to inspire you to change your life. Take your life in your hands and start to create a better existence for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying these 13 days so far, only on day 2. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for being here. Peace out.